And I ended up having to run out in the middle of Sherbourne and Dundas completely naked because the guy hid my clothes. And I had to run out in the middle of rush hour on a Friday afternoon completely naked, screaming. And there were 4 police officers on the corner and not one single person helped me. My name is Nikki. I was born in Newfoundland on July 5th, 1975, which makes me 36. And I have been on the streets off and on for 6 years. I was brought up in a very well-to-do family with a mother and a father. I was a very lonely child. I was an only child and trying to make my mother happy at all times, and we never got along. I graduated from Cedar Brae Collegiate High School, and I was in the military. I was training to be a medical paratrooper because I have my first year nursing, and I'm scared to death of planes and heights, and I thought I could conquer it. And I was working 3 different jobs at the same time because I was a single mother and trying to prove myself. And then I went to George Brown College and I graduated with hospitality management, and still can't get a job because I have nowhere to live, and I just need to get in proper housing so I can get to see my children again. But the only job offer I've gotten is at a strip joint, and I'm like, you know what, I've had children, nobody wants to see me naked. So that's the only job offer, and it's pretty sad. And the reason why I'm on the streets is the father of my second child, Jordan May, she was born 3.5 months premature with cerebral palsy, and her dad was very abusive, and so we went to a parenting transition home. And he still found us, and I was having breakdown after breakdown. So I dropped my daughter off at daycare and walked away. And that was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And I'm still trying to pick up the pieces. Like, I know she's better off because I didn't know how to play with my own child because of cerebral palsy, and nobody would help me. So I did the next best thing. I gave her the help. And I haven't seen her in 5.5 years. And when I put Jordan May into foster care, I lost all my benefits. And like mother's allowance, everything like that, and I came down here and I was staying in the shelters. And then when I started getting my shoes stolen off my feet, I started coming around this area where I ran into everybody that I hang out with now, and they've always taken care of me. Like, I'm still a fish out of water down here compared to everybody else. Everybody else that I know that's been on the streets, they've been on the streets for decades. I believe that one of the true things behind homelessness is addiction. Mental stability and addiction, and just not giving a shit because nobody else gave a shit. They need to be loved. A lot of people don't believe they're any good because they've been told their entire lives that they're a piece of shit. And they're not. They just have to realize that. And it's really hard in this world when there's not many people motivating people in the right direction. Usually people are motivating people in the wrong direction. But the government doesn't listen. They don't go, a lot of them, unlike you guys are coming around and making a difference and actually listening to us and trying to making it better. The government should take cues from you guys, because it can happen to anybody. With the blink of an eye, it happened to me. And give a homeless person 5 minutes and ask them why they're sitting there instead of making a snap judgment. Just stop and say hello. And it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in a person's life just to say hello. It makes a big difference in a person's life just to say hello. It makes a big difference in a person's life just to say hello. You know, just don't ignore them.